Okay, Caleb Williams did it again.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like I've asked you this question a lot, but, you know, you can give me the same result, but you can incrementally improve. Do you kind of feel like the last 8 weeks he's the same guy, or are these still these little tiny metric jumps, little micro jumps, or do you feel kind of it's been established what he is?
Well, you can always improve the mental part of the game, and we're not in the building as they're coaching him, and they're working on that part of it. So that's hard to know how Ben Johnson, who's obviously very good at designing a pass offense with his use of formations, motions, shifts, route concepts. So you can always improve and build upon that. That's the mental part. But when you just talk about the physical part of the game, I mean, you're dealing with a guy that has really high-level physical traits. I mean, his ball, he just spins it. It's different than most guys. We'll get to Justin Herbert. He's another guy like that. But Caleb Williams is like that. He just spins it a little bit differently. He can make unbelievable throws on the move. The ball comes out great. I mean, that winning touchdown throw was just ridiculous. I mean, and we're looking at it now. I mean, you couldn't have handed it to him any better. And that ball was, I don't know, what, 60 yards in the air, in obviously bad weather. So, you know, yeah, there's always improvements to make, but he's clearly getting better. It's incremental each week. When you see a great throw or a great play, I don't think you're surprised because he's got the physical traits to do it. And I'm sure if Ben Johnson was listening to our conversation, he could reel off 5 things right away in which he needs to improve. But that's typical. He's only a second-year player and a first-year player in the system. But it's obvious what the physical traits are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This aligns perfectly with what I've consistently emphasized. Caleb Williams possesses a vast reservoir of untapped potential. That reality should be deeply unsettling for opponents. When a player is already achieving this caliber of success, what becomes possible as they further refine and develop their craft? For me, the most standout attribute Caleb exhibits currently is his cognitive processing velocity when the game accelerates to an extreme degree. He operates with remarkable quickness, and I'm not solely referring to his foot speed or mobility, though that is certainly a component. I'm describing his capacity to maintain clarity and make decisions when he himself is moving at a high rate of speed, when the play breaks down, and when events on the field appear chaotic. Even in moments that feel like improvised scrambles, true NFL randomness is an illusion. It's not pure backyard football, where receivers run aimlessly. In these high-pressure scenarios, his ability to perceive, interpret, and react to his environment is executed at an exceptionally elevated level. It strongly recalls what I observed from Jaden Daniels last season, a quarterback who operates with breathtaking speed, yet for whom the surrounding chaos seems to decelerate. This perceptual dilation is what renders a player extraordinarily dangerous on second reaction and extended plays. Crucially, there is an absence of indecision. This contrasts sharply with what I've witnessed from several top quarterbacks throughout this season, a phenomenon I found perplexing. I've joked that it seems like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Jalen Hurts all attended the same off-season seminar that implanted a strange hesitation. When these elite players find a play disintegrating and need to extend the action, weighing whether to scramble for yards or buy time to throw, there's been a palpable uncertainty, a stutter step, a disconnect, as if a controller is losing its signal. With Caleb, the contrast is stark. He demonstrates immense decisiveness in those identical moments and executes at a supremely high level. That, to me, is where he has shown brightest thus far. I believe this is the dimension analyst Greg Cosell is categorizing under physical traits, whereas I view it as significantly intertwined with the mental processing aspect. Cosell suggests the mental side of the game remains an area for considerable growth, a fair assessment given Caleb's age, experience, and the complex demands of an offense like Ben Johnson's. However, this processing speed under duress is, in my view, his most impressive current trait. We often become captivated by hypermobile quarterbacks who escape pressure and use their legs, reducing our analysis to, wow, they're so fast and agile. Consider a less contentious example like Kyler Murray. At his peak, Murray's quickness was electric, yet it never quite felt like the game itself was slowing down for him. His magic was rooted in that sheer, breathtaking mobility. The underlying concern often becomes, what happens when that physical edge diminishes? Or, as Chicago Bears fans are acutely aware with Justin Fields, what occurs when other facets of the game fail to develop concurrently. When the field doesn't slow down in those critical moments, a player can become overly reliant on pure physical attributes like speed and strength. With Caleb, I observe the other crucial component, the cognitive aspect, being developed and executed at a high level, even more so than last season. His raw speed may not have increased, but his reaction time, decision-making in chaos, and trust in his muscle memory in those split seconds have notably advanced. This is how you minimize mistakes and amplify big play potential. When I watch Caleb casually, this is what leaps off the screen. It's the wow moment where I find myself asking, what exactly did I just witness? And it's almost always rooted in those high-speed process decisions. To be fair, this skill is currently linked to his mobility. As with Mahomes, if a quarterback loses a step physically, a dimension of that superpower is diminished. However, the simultaneous development of this non-physical processing facet is critical, an area where Lamar Jackson has sometimes appeared lacking and where Kyler Murray has faced challenges. Jalen Hurts is actively working to expand this part of his game. All these athletes are undoubtedly striving to improve, but the rate of development varies. It hasn't progressed at the same pace as, say, Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes in their respective areas of growth. Therefore, it's fascinating to observe Caleb's unique blend of skills at this juncture. The physical tools seamlessly integrated with what I'll term, for lack of a better word following Cosell, the mental processing component. I'm aware mental can be a problematic term for fans, often mistakenly conflated with personality, toughness, or traditional intelligence. That's not the intended meaning here. It pertains to processing speed, field vision, and instinctual reaction, concepts that are tricky to articulate succinctly. It's simply intriguing to examine his specific skill set, how the physical and cognitive elements interact and amplify each other, and to speculate on their evolutionary trajectory. This complexity is likely why Cosell couldn't pinpoint a singular, specific area of technical improvement. The growth is more holistic, embedded in these high-pressure moments. This leads me to a question I should have posed earlier, directed at Bears fans, mirroring Colin's query to Greg. Over the last 8 games, or throughout the season broadly, have you observed specific, tangible improvements in Caleb Williams' game? I am genuinely curious to hear your perspectives. What refinements have you identified? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, whether you align with my views or oppose them. Let's engage in some discussions, even some spirited debates. Ultimately, let's enjoy the conversation. Please consider subscribing. We are building a tremendous community here, and I would absolutely love for you to be part of it. My aim is to foster a space where we feel connected and share in the excitement of the sport. I believe we are making significant strides toward that goal. Also, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it genuinely assists with visibility and the platform's algorithm. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.